Successes in my arm reach, they downplay my accomplishments, it's written in the concrete. My stones is VVS, look like they fresh about the laundry. The way they soaking wet gon' make a mess of a tsunami. The Fetty hit the streets, it turn the fiends and Nazi zombies. I'm staying out the way, toes in the sand, heading to palm trees. My mind is on another level, way beyond the 5D. You dummy, they killing you with that 5G. You won't never see me crying.
Okay, guys, and so let's get into this. The Hawks just won. I'm so happy. Hawks in 6 if you watch basketball. And so let's get into this. Now, as you saw from the title, this is What If Naruto Had Plasma Release? And the summary for this will be the Uzumaki clan had a clan ability, adamantium chains, but the main family had a hidden Kekkei Genkai plasma release. Using fire, wind, and lightning, they were able to make beams of energy. If high-powered is able to level a mountain, this Kekkei Genkai is lethal, but will the son of Kushina Uzumaki, part of the main branch or the main family, awaken this Kekkei Genkai? 12 years later, Naruto shocked in the forest as Iruka finally believes in him, as he jumps up from the leaves and yells, "Stop!" As Mizuki turns to grin at Naruto and says, "Demon. Iruka, I decided to torture you for a bit." As he threw the giant shuriken at Iruka. Iruka injured, he can't get in the way of this attack. He thinks Naruto gonna die. But Naruto puts his hands in front of him as a beam of orange lightning, a beam of orange comes from Naruto as it goes straight at Mizuki at high speeds, burning a hole through his chest as it leaves a lightning imprint in its wake. As Iruka, well, not Iruka, but Mizuki screams out in pain, "Arr!" as he got burnt through the chest. As he's able to hang on to his life, let Anbu appear and pick him up, but Hiruzen is shocked. Naruto Uzumaki has awakened the Kekkei Genkai, as one of the Anbu left there, teleported him and Iruka to the Hokage's office. As Hiruzen sits back in his chair, shocked. Naruto has a Kekkei Genkai. What will we do? And then he smiles. Well, since he has a Kekkei Genkai, he is part of a clan, and so he doesn't fall under the civilian council anymore. And so his clan will be, well, it'll be the Uzumaki clan. Yes, the Uzumaki clan in Konoha, a clan with so much chakra. Yes, I like it. Hiruzen smiled. As Naruto looks at Hiruzen and says, "Yes, Gigi, I'm sorry." And so Hiruzen says, "Oh, it's okay, Naruto, my boy. But Iruka, can you give him a headband?" As Iruka bends down and smiles at Naruto and says, "Oh, Naruto, here's your headband." As he hands Naruto his headband, and Naruto grins and says, "Thank you, Iruka Sensei." As Hiruzen says, "Well, now Naruto, you have a clan." And Naruto looks at him curiously. "What do you mean, Gigi?" And he says, "Well, the thing is, Naruto, you have awakened a Kekkei Genkai. That orange energy that just came out your hands is a Kekkei Genkai. It seems this Kekkei Genkai is a combination of fire, lightning, and wind." And so Naruto, shocked, is like, "Oh." And Hiruzen says, "And it also looks like it has yin release in it." And Naruto says, "Wait, what's yin release?" And Hiruzen says, "Well, yin release is a certain power, but I won't tell you about it till you, well, learn about it." And so Naruto nods, and so then he says, "Well, see, well, before you can actually get your clan, you need, well, no, you have your clan, but but before you could really start making jutsu and well using clan, like what clan gives you, like you know how clans have different abilities, and so for us to fund your clan and stuff, you need to develop 3 jutsu. And so Naruto says, "Oh, what jutsu?" And so and so Harusen says, "Well, it's any jutsu really, but most clans have a substitution, but you don't have to, and attack and a defense ability." And so Naruto nods and grins, and he handed him a scroll and says, "This is a scroll on how to make jutsu. It should really inform you and be better for you, and this allows you to use your Kekkei Genkai in a better manner." And so Naruto nods and says, "Thank you, Gigi," as the man nods and says, Naruto, use your clan's power to do great in the world." And so Naruto nods and says, "Well, see you, Gigi," as he leaves, as Haruzen smiles and nods. "See you, Naruto. See you later." And so Naruto goes home that day, and he goes to sleep. And so when he gets back the next day, he will, like when he wakes up, he looks into the making jutsu journal. And so he thinks, I need to make an offensive jutsu, as he thinks that'll be the coolest, so that he can become Hokage. And so he wonders, but what will I do? And so he then thinks, oh, I, I got an idea. And so then he decides to look about other jutsu, and he sees a beam jutsu, and it's called lightning style lightning beam. And so he copies it, but with his plasma, as he trains with it. As this beam basically it's like a homing missile that just goes that can go in squiggly lines to attack a person. And once Naruto's eyes lock onto that person, he uses the chakra to lock onto that person as the plasma goes to attack that person. And it's very hard to dodge, but it's dodgeable. But it will catch a person off guard if there's a beam chasing them, which would be able to give him the chance to get an early surprise attack or do other things, which is a very good and useful jutsu to have in your arsenal. And so, yeah. And so now, next day is the he's on the same team as Sasuke and Sakura. As now it's the bell test, and like everything happens the same leading up to the bell test. As Naruto gets ready for their fight to the death, no, not to the death, but he well, Kakashi starts the match, and they get to fighting. And so Naruto attacks Kakashi with his lazily attacks, but then he creates some shadow clones as he attacks him. But Kakashi is able to easily knock them away. And so then he and so then Naruto, right when Kakashi gets behind him, he says plasma style homing beam. And so this beam attacks Kakashi right away as it blasts him, as it knocks him into a tree, but it doesn't do any damage to Kakashi's body, but it does singe his clothing. And so Kakashi says, "Ouch, ouch, ouch." That's more that hurts more than it's supposed to be. But for some reason, the missile was able to hit me when I should have been able to dodge. And so then Naruto grins as he sends shadow clones at him. And so Kakashi thinks he's hiding something. Who knew the knucklehead ninja had something up his sleeve? Well, it is Naruto. And so, then he just attacked Naruto with more fervor and more strength. As Naruto is just trying to weave and dodge out the way, but he really can't. And so, yeah. And it's late tonight, but I will upload this video tomorrow, which tomorrow will be Tuesday, June 15th. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be uploading my first part 2 in a while. I'll be back for you guys, but yeah. Teleportation no jutsu, and I'm back. And so, yeah. Yeah, I'm back. And so, oh yeah. As Naruto's fighting Kakashi with his shadow clones, as for one final attack before Naruto runs out of chakra to use, right when Kakashi appears in front of him for a strike to the back of his neck, Naruto charges up a high powered beam attack, shooting it right at Kakashi. Full force as Kakashi then body flickers behind Naruto, knocking him out as this high powered beam goes straight through 10 trees in a row, and Kakashi wonders, was he about to hit me with that attack? As he thinks, wow, it looks like he really was talking about deadly force. I smiled, and then he tied Naruto up to a tree and collected the others. And so then he ties up Naruto to the tree, and then eventually Sasuke hands Naruto his his food, and Team 7 passes. And so as Team 7 goes through D-rank missions, like simple D-rank missions, and so now it is the Land of Waves arc. And so to build up to that, Naruto and his team, Naruto went to mission, like a good mission, but Hiruzen won't give it to him. And so he begs Hiruzen to, and so Hiruzen says, "Fine, Naruto, I'll let you. I'll give you a C rank mission." And so they get a C rank mission to the Land of the Waves. And you're wondering, well, the Land of the Waves, yeah, yes, the Land of the Waves. And so as they go on their journey, they get attacked by ninja. Yes, a ninja hired by Gato, the tyrant. But Naruto gets attacked as he's shocked. This is his first, feeling of killer intent. And so as Sasuke saves him, but he gets cut. And so Kakashi knocks them all out as they pass. Well, they don't pass, but they capture the ninja as Naruto slits his whole hand or his arm, taking out the poison. And so Naruto freaks out about being cut, and he thinks that he's gonna die, but he's fine. And so as Kakashi sees the nine-tailed fox easily heal his cut. And so And so Naruto goes on their journey and onto a boat. As then Kakashi asks Tazuna, why are those enemy ninja chasing after you? And he explains why. And so when he explains why, he understands. And so and so then when Zabuza sees them, he attacks with his hidden jutsu. And so they duck out the way, and now we're more into waves. And so Kakashi battles Zabuza, but he eventually gets captured the same way by his water prison jutsu. And so as Naruto decides to make a plan, as he gives Sasuke the demon shuriken, and they fool him. And so right when Naruto is ready to throw a kunai at him, Naruto grins as he throws that kunai, but then he charges up a beam at the palm of his hand. And so he he shoots a full powered beam right at Zabuza's chest. And Kakashi sees this and smirks. Yes, Naruto. That full power beam would easily obliterate Zabuza as it blows a hole right through Zabuza's upper chest, closer to his neck. But it doesn't do any fatal damage. But it does because it's not its lungs yet, but it's like just a bit above what be its lungs. And so Zabuza screams out in pain as that hurt a lot. As a huge gash and burn mark is seared there, as it's gonna be a permanent scar. As he falls to his back and passes and passes out as Haku appears throwing needles at his neck. And so he picks up Zabuza and then she leaves. Or they think it's a miss and so Kakashi eye smiles. He didn't have to use a Sharingan. And so yeah, the story changes due to Naruto being able to use his beam attack. And this beam attack takes about like 2 to 5 seconds to charge up, so a person could stop this attack. But since this was to get Zabuza's hand off of the water prison, so yeah, and he didn't know that Naruto would or this brat because he wasn't really ready for it, you could say, or he was underestimating them. He didn't know that this brat had a power that could blow a hole through his chest. And so yeah, that's how he was able to do that. And so for the next week they train chakra control, and as Kakashi helped Naruto a little bit understand his Kekkei Genkai more, as he saw it was very useful as he was able to blow a hole through his whole chest. So you would hope it would be useful, right? Yeah, you would. And so as they trained for the whole week, with Naruto competing with Sasuke, back and forth, and yeah. And so as he finishes the tree walking or tree training, yeah. And so now it's the fights. And so as Naruto also had that argument with Inari and stuff, as Zabuza actually takes 2 weeks this time, and so they have more time to train, and they even start on water walking by Kakashi, as Sakura's able to finish it. Actually, she doesn't finish it quickly because water walking needs a lot of reserves actually to be able to be stable and have a large amount of chakra on his feet, and Sakura doesn't have this, so she is not was takes a bit longer than like Sasuke and Naruto to finish the tree walking, and so Naruto actually surprisingly he is one of the first with Sasuke because he has the largest reserves. He just has to control it, and so yeah, and so he passes this as their chakra control is even better than originally, making Naruto much more in control with this Kekkei Genkai as he can use more of it. So yeah, and so now the fight as he takes out the bandits as he wakes up late, and Sasuke is fighting with Haku. As Zabuza's his chest healed, but there is a huge orange gash on it. You could say it's like a scar. Yeah, it's like a scarring tissue with an orange gash on it. And so, as Zabuza wants to kill the brat for making that scar on him, as swordsman's body should only take scars on its back, but like a blow to his you could say a blow to his thing the well like the attack went through his whole body as it developed on his front chest, as he's angry about that. That little plasma attack went easily through his whole body, flesh and everything. That brat's power is not just run of the mill power. And so yeah. And so now Naruto is ready to fight Haku, as he jumps in the mirror stupidly, as he has this fight with Haku, as Zabuza thinks no way that brat could defeat Haku. And so yeah, and so as Zabuza is able to fight Kakashi, and Naruto fights Haku. As the fight goes similarly until Sasuke tells Naruto to use that attack he used on Zabuza on the mirrors. And so Naruto says, you just have to give me 5 seconds to load it up. As Sasuke stands in front of Naruto for 5 whole seconds. During these 5 whole seconds, Naruto charges up this attack. And as he charges it up full power, the orange the orange plasma is in his hands, as it's visible as Haku's eyes widen. It's that attack he used on Zabuza's Sama. And so, this attack is stronger than you think. You see, it's a Kekkei Genkai, and only a Kekkei Genkai could stop Haku's mirrors, right? And so, a plasma beam going full power, would that break a hole through Haku's mirror? Yes, it would. And so, as Haku tries to stop him, Sasuke jumps in front of his needles, and then he takes it all. And Naruto's surprised. Why'd you do that? And so then Naruto shoots the beam right at Haku, as he sees his body or his cloth going into a mirror. And so as this attack hits Haku head on, blasting all the mirrors, destroying them, and hitting Haku away. As Naruto thinks Sasuke's dead, he goes into his Kyuubi state. And so he beats Haku until he sees his max fall, as he thinks, Haku. And so Naruto is sad as he lost he thinks he lost this guy. But Haku sacrifices his life to save Zabuza. As he sacrifices his life, Naruto is sad. And so he gives his taunt no jutsu to Zabuza, as he kills all of Gato's men and Gato himself. Which, yeah. And so now they go back to the leaf with Naruto developing another jutsu he created. This jutsu is more of a defensive jutsu, or you could say offensive and defensive. Yeah. And so this attack is called plasma style plasma barrier. So it creates a whole barrier of plasma energy that is only impenetrable by another strong attack, or something like that. So it's very strong. And once it disperses, it tracks the person's chakra that hit it, and it just attacks them. with a huge flash of chakra that could blind them or even stun them. And either way, yeah, either way is possible. And so yeah, and so Naruto, it's over. I mean, the arc is over. And so as they go back to the leaf, and now it's now the Chunin exams. As they get ready for these exams, and they're happy about it because who wouldn't be happy about exams? And so as Naruto trains for it, working on this two jutsu even more. As Kakashi starts working Sasuke on his Sharingan. As now there's two Kekkei in the group. But Naruto has even gotten a bit better with his Kekkei, which is very good for Naruto because, yeah. And so now Kakashi gives both Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke like a piece of paper to say who passes or like who wants to go to the Chunin exams. And yeah. And so now the Chunin exams may begin. Yeah, this is awesome, right? The Chunin exams may begin. So, yeah. And so the Chunin exams is today, and participants are held in who is destined to become Chunin. For the exam, we have to get to the middle of the tower. Yeah, like I'm just skipping the first exam because it goes immediately the same, and the others. And so, yeah. And so as they run through the forest, yeah, as they run through the forest, they just, yeah. And so then Orochimaru stops them as they both get separated from each other, which is bad as like Naruto is trying to navigate himself back to where his teammates are, as he was able to overload as he blew a hole through the snake with his plasma, as he grins as he runs back to where his teammates are, as he sees Sasuke is about to give their skull to the snake looking guy, but he knocks Sasuke away with the scroll in Sasuke's hand. As he fights Orochimaru, as his eyes turn into slits. And so, right when he stabs his kunai into the snake, Naruto turns around, then he jumps back and then he fires a high powered beam right at Orochimaru, or the snake looking guy. And so, as a full power beam hits that snake looking guy, he dispels into snakes. And so, yeah. And so, the snake looking guy knocks Naruto away. They grabs him and then jabs 5 fingers in his chest, saying 5 punks ceiling fusion or whatever it's called. And yeah, Naruto is stabbed in the chest that way as he gets beat up. And so, yeah, that's pretty bad, I would say. And so as Orochimaru has his fight against Sasuke, as they go blow for blow or hit for hit, as Orochimaru is clashing with Naruto. And, well, no, not Naruto, but clashing with Sasuke, as they have their little bout, you could say. Yes, I would call it a bout, but yeah, and so Naruto's not knocked out, and so Sasuke fights him, and yeah, basically how the fight's proceeding right now, which is crazy, right? And so yeah, the video's over for now, and the rest of the Chunin exams will go next video. And for some context, Naruto does fight Rock Lee, but does not show his plasma release, and he talks the dog breath the same. Kiba. And for references, plasma beam is like a orange beam. Like the thumbnail would be a good reference that I will show later. And so yeah, see you guys later. And I will be adding the video. Well, no, I'm actually not. Hope this vid does good. I might just add like the start of it, like 15 minutes. I don't know, but yeah. See you guys later and have a good day, and don't eat too much chicken wings or whatever. And yeah, see you guys later, and don't doubt the power of Team 7. But Sakura's horrible. Like, what does she even do? How does she contribute to the team like at this part of it? The Force of the Deaf, what does she do? Cut her hair off? Bro, I'm gonna just tell you right now. Her in the Force like of Death, what's the point of her? That's only there's only need for a 2-man team. And I know you Saku tards are gonna say, well, she helped carry Sasuke and Naruto. Anybody could have done that. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye. See you guys later.
通勤時間帯に能力違法行使および強盗致傷、まさに邪悪の権下よ。
キャニオンカノン。本日デビューと相なりましたマウントレディと申します。
手柄が
巨大化か。人気も出そうだし、すごい個性でもあるけど。
こらデク、オフ個性どころか無個性のてめえがなんで俺と同じ土俵に立てるんだ。
たとえそうだとしても、みんなそれでもなおあん時決めたじゃないか。周りの言うことなんて気にするな。クイッと上見て突き進め。
サイズの革命。大丈夫、枝の音だけさ。もう大丈夫だ少年、私が来た。 本格的に将来を考えていく時期だ。
相応に現実を見なくてもな。
プロのトップまで言うんだ。分かってたろ、現実さ。分かってたから必死こいてたんじゃないか。ここさっきの爆発の。あいつなんで逃げられたのか。だとしたら僕のせい。 他の人より何倍も頑張らないと僕はダメなんだ。他の人より何倍も頑張らないと僕はダメなんだ。全力でかかってこい。今だ今だ。今だ。今だ。 今だ。